Hi there, I'm Matthias and I'm the leader of the Fusionsearch team in the Flamefusion group. Fusionsearch is a search engine that we've been working on that I would like to demonstrate for you today. So let me just boot up Google Chrome here, and this is how the engine looked like. The first thing you'll notice is this logo here. It looks a little bit unusual. Right now it actually has a sun here, and it has a cloud here, if you didn't notice already. And that's because the current theme of Fusionsearch actually changes depending on the time of day, and we're working on making changes so that it'll change depending on how the weather is outside your door as well, which would be kind of cool. It's nifty small features like that we're working on, but in Flamefusion, functionality comes before design, so we have all these kinds of features, add-ons, settings. It's very customizable, but I'll be talking about a little bit about that later. Let me just try to do a search for, as an example, Dragon Age. I like Dragon Age. It's an awesome game. And what we'll notice is that it's pretty fast. As you can see, it's a meta search engine. It merges results from Yahoo, Bing, and Google together. But what's different from this in this meta search engine is that it's incredibly fast, and not only does it download the content and display it, it actually also merges several locations. As an example, this suggestion here that has this URL is apparently available in both Bing and Google, and the location of the suggestion is determined by the average position of the two engines. So yeah, this is how it looks like, and we've been focusing a lot on user friendliness. Earlier on we had a paging system, but we removed that, and I'm going to demonstrate why we did that, because we implemented something that's much more awesome that you don't see a lot. See, if I scroll down the page a little bit, you may notice that the scroll bar to the right is actually, it keeps on getting smaller, and that actually means that Fusionsearch, as you scroll down, keeps adding more content to the page and more suggestions. So eventually you'll never reach the bottom if you scroll down realistically. If I'm reading this through in a normal speed, then I'll notice that I will never reach the bottom until there are no suggestions left, and normally there are like thousands of suggestions available. Okay, so that's just one of the features we have for Fusionsearch, and another good reason to use this engine is that you get much better results. As an example, if we scroll a little bit down on the page, this page here was only found by Google, while maybe this page was only found by Bing and Yahoo. So that clearly shows that the different engines do have different results. They have their own index, and they show different results in general. So by merging all those results together, it's sure that you get the best result out of it. I'm going to go ahead and click Settings in the menu, and one thing we'll notice is quite a lot of settings for the search engine. The first thing that probably catches your eye is the ability to enable or disable certain engines. Now, you saw how fast Fusionsearch was with all three engines enabled, and if you go ahead and disable some engines, you'll notice like the double or 3 times the speed that we have now. But as an example, if I figured out, I don't need Bing results, they suck, or something like that, then I may as well go ahead and disable Bing, and that's it. It's pretty awesome that you can customize it like this. Furthermore, if you're doing search engine optimization, you'd like to see where your engine your website is positioned in all the 3 engines, you may disable localized search, which will disable the location detection of our system, so that instead of prioring results from your own country first, it'll actually go ahead and display results from America as first priority, because that's the language the server is in, and then it'll ignore the location data and won't pass it further to the 3 engines. Alright, so we've also got a knowledge engine here. I'll get back to that later. Please stay tuned because it's really awesome, and I'm going to be talking about it in just a few minutes. It'll be worth it. And then there's the time-based theme, and that was the thing I was talking about with the theme, the sun and the cloud, and I may disable this, and anything that you disable gets applied almost instantly. I can go ahead and disable this, and it gets applied right away. Alright, so another thing we've got is statistics, and they're quite useful actually. They may seem a little bit stupid, like why would you need statistics like these? Like why would I need to know how many Google results I've clicked and how many searches I've performed? Well, I'll tell you that because the other day I was using my own search engine, and well, I was using Fusionsearch, and I did a lot of searches. I had done like maybe 100 searches. And out of those hundred searches, I figured out that I had been clicking 60 Google results, 67 Bing results, and only like 20 Yahoo results. So I figured, I might as well exclude Yahoo from my searches because they never apparently provide any good results for me that I actually consider clicking. So I did so. So this is good for analytics and figuring out, what do I need for this engine. There's a lot of other features. As an example, you can go ahead and click integrate and then click integrate again, and that'll allow you to apply this search engine as your default search engine in your browser. And as far as I'm concerned, it's supported by all browsers that fully support the OpenSearch open standard. And most browsers honestly do that. Chrome works for this, Firefox, Internet Explorer. We have some problems with Opera for some reason. We're still working on this, but I'm almost sure that if you go ahead and click integrate, there's a huge chance that it will work for your browser. Alright, so furthermore, we've got add-ons, but I'll be talking about that in a later video. Right now, we don't have time for that because that's quite advanced. To explain it shortly, it's basically it allows you to integrate several features into Fusionsearch. If you know about iGoogle, then it's basically the same thing. We have a Google Mail add-on and a few other add-ons as well, Notes add-on, and so on. We're still working on add-ons and implementing more and more of them as people request them through our send feedback function. Alright, anyway, I'll just cheat a little bit and go back to the main page because I'm going to show you something that's quite awesome. You heard that I was going to talk about the knowledge engine. Well, I'm going to talk about that now, and it's basically, I don't know if any of you have heard about Wolfram Alpha before, but to those who haven't, that's basically what we call the knowledge engine. We use a search technology called Wolfram Alpha, available at wolframalpha.com, to display advanced knowledge results directly. As an example, let's say that you're searching for a chemical compound, and you could go to Wikipedia and do a search there, and then read a whole article through about the chemical compound, and you would eventually find that you're using a lot of time to get the information you need. Well, Wolfram Alpha is the great tool for stuff like that. It displays relevant information and knowledge on the page itself without you need to click a lot of links and read a lot of stuff through.